You and me, we're sitting down. We're learning Black Yellow Luffy. This is our first time we played this deck in person. But I have played this shit so much on the sim, bro. I don't know what it is about this deck. If it's like the little speed demon inside of me that requires me to play something so goddamn aggressive, but it feels right. I'll also say, as somebody who's come from a little bit more of a, like, I played Yu-Gi-Oh, but I've also played a lot of Pokemon TCG. This deck kind of reminds me of, like, in Pokemon TCG, you do a lot of searching, and in those searches, you, like, kind of prize check your deck. And, like, yes, I'm not prize checking in this, but we search top 5 cards, like, 4 times per game. So it's like, that skill almost kind of transfers over in a way, right? That all being said, though, this is Black Yellow Luffy versus Katakuri. I recorded these with my friend. You'll be seeing a lot more of him, hopefully, on this channel, as I have a whole group of friends that I play this card game with. And I want to record more bigger videos with them, as well as, you know, just this kind of stuff, right? Because, like, listen, a little here. Can I leak? I'm leaking! I'm leaking! I have a few ideas, and one of the more fun ones upcoming is one of these guys and me building a one-piece draft deck out of one booster box. So we each split a booster box in half and try and build the draft deck, and then we'll record it and play it, and, you know, it'll be a whole thing, whole edited thing. And just like that, we're in it, baby. All right, I started, because I feel like with Black Yellow Luffy, you really want to go first. And in my opening hand, I had the 3 brothers, so we go for the search. We look at our 5 cards here. We look back at the hand. I typically like to, like, kid check, which I guess sounds insane to say out loud. Hold on, let me see. Let's see. Yeah, so I had adult ace in hand here, and in these 5 cards there is a Luffy, I believe, kid Sabo, and then 2 adult Sabos. I prioritize the adult here. I just go for a 5-cost blocker Sabo. I feel like that's just the better play, as it's just safer. And I'll play it like on 5 Don to start cycling my hand. Because I feel like that's a really important aspect of this deck, is like cycling your hand as much as you can so that you are perfect and ready for your 10 Don turn of 2 Don on of 2 Don on Luffy, and then 8 Don Gecko Moria plays. Plus, just the more you cycle is the better, right? I don't have anything for 3 Dons, so I just swing. We didn't have any Garps in hand, and I personally, I don't really play a lot of my 2K counters early in the game to, like, look at my look at my life deck or anything. I don't really do that until, like, I guess I have combos ready, or that I feel confident in the combos, right? So here I just swing leader, and then I drop Luffy. I drop Luffy here in the event that he starts to try and starve me. Because that's a pretty common thing when you play Black Yellow Luffy, is a lot of players want to starve you, which is, I think, the smart play, right? Because that's pretty much how you win. You wanna starve Black Yellow Luffy out, and then go for big swings, like I said, not big, but wide swings early, so that you nullify as many cards in their hand as possible and make them, like, ditch them over and over again. If you could get game early, I almost feel like it's kind of worth taking, right? Because if I've got a full board, like, let's say you had, like, I have 3 life, let's say you had 4 swings, I think it's always worth doing. Especially if they're big swings. Like, if you're hitting me with 4 7Ks, I do it. I'm either gonna fucking counter out, and then if I counter the first one, you just stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many things, right? So yeah, I play the Luffy here just in case he starts starving me. Which I don't know if he does, but if he does starve me, I Luffy effect, I ditch the card, I get an 8K, and I draw. You know, he's really, really good for those kinds of situations, and he's just, dude, 8K on board is crazy. It's such a good card. I actually think he's undervalued. What are we at? We're at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Don right now. I think what I do here is I'm like, okay, I don't really have anything crazy. I'm still at 2 Don. But I don't feel comfortable using Luffy's effect here because he's got the 3 swings, right? So what I do here is I believe I just swing 3, 6, 7. No, I swing 2 for 7K on my leader. And then I play Sabo. These big hands when you're playing this game are crazy. They are crazy to me. There's so much resource in my hand at all times that it's like, I don't know, just crazy to me. I love it. I'm a big fan of it. Although I will say, as I've been playtesting this deck a lot, the amount of times that I've gotten 4-cost blue puddinged and they win off of it is insane, bro. That card I feel like is a little hidden, a little sleeper for those blue builds. You know what I mean? Yeah, I played the Sabo, and then it's time to cycle. I think I just ditch, because, bro, I don't know what it is about this Rush Ace, bro. You tell me, any other black, yellow Luffy players out there, does this motherfucker stack in your hand every moment you don't want him? He's there, bro. He's there. Anyway, I just ditched the 2, in my opinion, most useless cards in my hand, because next turn, if I want to, I can, if I'm still at 2 life, I can still play the Rush Ace and get value off that. He's got Paris Barrel on board. He's got a Sanji blocker on board. And I believe he's dropping Katakuri here. He puts my Mr. Slobbert back, which I vibe with. I can understand the thought process. I don't know. It does slow me down, right? However, for me as a player, I felt more secure from it. Because now I just, okay, you gave me a free, like, draw because of Luffy, which I believe I do, yep. And we ditch a Youre, we draw a card. Ditching a Youre kind of sucks, but it is a Gecko Moria target. You know what I mean? There's always some crazy, wacky shit you can do. I'm a firm believer. And then, yeah, we swing, what is that, 9? And then I think I just, do I drop Ace here or do I drop another blocker? Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. We dropped Borse. We should have swung 10 with leader. But I dropped Borse here just for a little bit of protection. I have 2 life left. I know I have a shit ton of cards in hand. A lot of counter. But I wanted to be as safe as possible. And, like, that's why I play... This is pre-EB-01. So I'm playing 2 Borsalinos and 4 Satoris. It's just a build I've seen online that I want to playtest. And I'm liking it. I just like blockers, bro. All right, next turn, he drops big old bitch mother. Big 10 mom, baby. God, listen. You don't need me to be the person that screams how much he hates Big Mom. But, like, damn, she big for a reason, you know what I mean? So they drop 10 cost Big Mom. I'm kind of okay with it, because this turn I can just... we can use Luffy effect on this turn now to ditch Sabo and put him in my grave. Even though he's face up, the Luffy card that we're going to be using says trash, not like take a life. So this Sabo goes to my grave and becomes an active target for me to use, which is really good for me. So yeah, we start now. I think this is our Tendon turn. I have a Gecko Moria in hand, I believe. I don't know if I use it yet though, because there's not many kids in grave. So we use Luffy, we draw the 1, and it goes to grave. It does not go to bottom of the deck, because it says trash. So then we put, I believe I actually do, I think I put Sabo. What else? I hate that we can't see it. I think it was actually like a Sabo and Ace. I guess we'll see. Yeah, we draw 2, discard 2, we start cycling, we play another 2. Oh yeah, this is how I indicate when I have the power up. Yep, we dropped Ace. So now we have a Rush Ace, an 8k Luffy, and an 11k swing with leader. How the fuck do you get around that, bro? So we swung 8-9. He counters out. We swung 8. He takes. Plays another Sanji over it, but I'm okay with that. I'm a 9k lead. He's got to do a lot next turn to get over me, right? Like, that's another thing, right? Like, when I was first starting to play this game, I was so worried and nervous about being at 0 life. But when you play these blockers and you're at 9k as a leader on their turn, or even 7k, and you have pretty much a 6 to 7 card hand, like, at all times, it doesn't feel as scary, right? Like, look at that hand! That's my hand! I don't know if you saw it. Hold on. Rewind. God, how do I get out of the way? Get out of the way, man! Look at that. That's my fucking hand, bro. That's my fucking hand. you know? So hey, I'm chilling right now, okay? I'm chilling. I think I drew a second Gecko Moria off that too. So anyway, here he is using a Maru to get giga swings on my ass, bro. What is that? Is that a 15K Big Mom swinging down my hole? How do I react? Oh yeah, this is where I forget how to count. So he swings 15K Big Mom. He rests Borsalino, right? So this is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17K counter, bro! And I still have cards in hand? Are you kidding me? Anyway, continue. Sorry, I apologize. But my mindset here was like, bro, I have so much. I know I have a lot of counter. I have so much counter. It's crazy. I'm not really worried. And I have no reason to be worried. I'm a 9K swing. So he like, yeah, so here he forgets I'm at 9K again. But he's like, oh, fuck, yeah. But he's only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Don up. Right? 6 Don at most gives him 2 more swings. One with Katakuri and then one with lead or one with Perospero, right? So I have a blocker, and I know I have enough counter for the last attack, right? Because like hypothetically, he might put like a Don or 2 on a Don or 2 on Katakuri, so that he swings for 10. I know I have another 2K in hand, so I'm like big chillin'. This is like a moment where you're big chillin'. So he swings on Boars. Because I think he's trying to protect himself for next turn. Yep, so he swings on Boars. He plays Katakuri for 8, and he puts a Sanji blocker back in life. Okay, here's my board. All right, we got Yellow Luffy, we got a Sabo, and we got an Ace. I have a very active hand, I believe. I think I have a Gecko Moria. So here's, I think what you're about to see is one of my favorite plays that you can do. When you have 3 cards on hand with Gecko, or 3 cards on field with Gecko Moria in hand, you can abuse the field limit. And you can abuse the field limit to get more ace swings. Let me show you. So I'm at 10 Don. We're gonna put 2 on this Luffy. Oh, obviously we're gonna use Yellow Luffy effect first, so he's at 8K. Which, let's talk about that for a second. Absolutely broken that that's his first line of text. The fact that he doesn't need to trash to get the boost, he just gets the boost. Insane. Insane. So we swing 7, just flat 7. He takes. Okay, there's a blocker on board. We put 2 there. I'm big and chilling right now. I'm big and chilling. Okay, so we play the 8. We play Gecko Moria, and I grab, what's that? I grab 2 aces. Oh, we put that ace back. So now that we did that, we can now ditch. I had another ace in hand, but that's beside the point, right? Because this gives us 3 ace swings, and it's insane. Because what do you do? What do you do? But he does get the beige. So he does get beige there. Beige immediately makes me a little sad because it's like, well, fuck. Now I can't swing for 11K at the end. That's my favorite thing about this deck. So he gets the beige. We just go again. Ace again. He blocks. We swing 8. He doesn't have the counter. Game 1 goes to me. And look at this hand still. I believe there's a 4th card there, and I believe it's another 2K. So it is 2 Satoris, a Makino, and then I think something else. I still had 6K worth of counter, if not 8K worth of counter. The hand sizes and like the ability to like build the bulk of counter in your hand feels a little unfair, especially in this scenario. I think the game is a lot different if I'm starved. However, I don't know, man. Like, this deck feels really fun to pilot, and I'm sure you guys can see how strong it is just from this kinds of stuff, right? Now, and my boy is not a bad player. He's a very good player. He just won our last locals, our last like 25, 30 person locals or whatever. He's good. He won't say that, but he is good. All right? So it's like, these are, it's quality practice, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. I don't know. What do you guys think about the deck so far? For those of you guys playtesting it, how do you feel about it so far? Also, do you guys like these kinds of videos? Let me know in the comments. This is super new for me, and I'm a little awkward with it, but we'll get into it more and more as time goes on. This is kind of just more content to like I guess, pad the channel a little bit, right? And it's fun for me to make, and it's, I guess, a little easier to make. We got a lot of big things on the horizon, so make sure to subscribe, especially if you like more high-edited, high-budgeted content. There's a lot of that coming, especially with EB-01 around the corner. I'm going to be buying quite a bit of that product, so we can do a lot of openings and a lot more fun things. So, yeah, make sure to subscribe. Let's continue. So he starts with pudding, he grabs Monde. He goes first this game. So I'm going second, which kind of sucks. I don't really like going second on Black Yellow Luffy just because, like, I don't know, my evens don't feel comfortable, I guess, right? Unless I have a Borsalino in hand, right? Because he's my, like, only 4 cost. So a lot of my early game, yeah, I just said 1 Don just for funny, ha-has. So a lot of the early game is kind of just swinging with Luffy. Because I have to do, I don't know, it feels like it takes longer to get to 5 Don, even though it's the same amount of turns. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, it's like a mental thing, right? So he swings at me for 8, I'm taking. No world I don't take, right? Because you want to take a lot of early life on this deck. You want to take as much life as possible, I feel, without... You want to take as much life, but you also need to be aware of combos. So you only really, like, yes, you want to take your early lives, but, like, if my dude's swinging at me 3 or 4 times on turn, like, 3 or whatever... high chance I don't throw everything away, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to take all my life. I might counter a little bit, right? Because, you know, I'm not ready. If I'm not ready to be at 0 life, I don't want to be at 0 life. That's basically what I'm saying. So he's at 5, which is like, 5 is good. Because he has, what's that fucking card? The dude, he looks crazy. He's like, ah! Gadatsu, thank you. 5 cost is good because Gadatsu is super strong, but, like, again, I don't really play much early. So, and if I do, it's my Garps for searching. But even then, like, Gadatsu, I feel like sucks against this deck because if my stuff's not saboed, I'm never at 5 life to begin with, and most of my big hitters are 5 life. So it's like, what are you gonna do, right? I feel like 5 for these powerhouse hitters is a pretty good number too. I mean, yeah, in certain matchups you can get ice aged, which will suck, but, like, that's why we play sabos. Protect our board, protect our boys in black, baby. Sorry. He hits me for Satori, I trigger. We ditch sabo, which I gotta be real, I'm playing these removal sabos and they feel so good to me when I need them, but any other moment, they're in the grave. I don't need them. I mean, they're a 1k counter. Glorified. I never use Kid Sabo for them. I never do that either, because I don't feel like it's... I just don't feel like it's fucking worth it, man. So he swings 6 face. He takes. He gets a Satori as well. He's going to ditch a card. He ditches 10 cost Mom. And I'm like, yippee! 10 cost Mom is gone! And then I think I play Sabo here, or I play Luffy here. We swing 5. Yeah, I'm a big offender of, like, swinging. I'm trying to get as much info as I can. We play Sabo. Cycle our cards. Makes sense. We ditch a Kid Ace and Adult Luffy. I do this, I think I'm pretty sure I did that because I know with his board, he's going to be at least swinging at me a few times. I counter out here just because having a person on board feels good. And if I can, I guess I'm wasting another one of his attacks, which in retrospect, maybe not the best play because I do want to take life. And now I think I have a whole nother turn here where I'm stuck at 1. I take that, right? I look at my hand. Ooh, I give? All right. Let's see how this plays out because honest to God, I'm like a fucking goldfish. I don't fucking remember a damn thing, baby. So we're now at 8 Don ourselves. We gave him an extra life. What's the play here? What's the play? What's cooking in my brain, baby? 5, 6, 7, 8. We swing 8. Big man on campus swinging face for 8. We drop the slob, not the slobo. We drop the ace and we swing at the body on board. Okay, yeah, it's not a bad turn. He has no removal for my Sabo anyway, so I felt a little bit more comfortable doing that. And we're at 2 life. And I think I got like 6 or 7 cards in hand. So I'm basically big chilling right now. Like, it's not up to me to make the crazy play that turn. If that makes sense. So he swings at face. And he puts Okiku, or whatever her name is, Kiku Nojo, back in life. We draw. We're sitting on an ace and a Sabo. 1 at life now. I do have a 5-cost Luffy, but we're playing Garp. We want some more searches. We want some more power. I think that was my only target, actually. Swing with Ace. He just gets Okiku back. Kiku Nojo. I don't know why I keep calling her Okiku. Play the Makino. So that Makino is pretty cool here because it puts that last life into my hand. So I'm still at 8 Don, which is nice. So we have a lot of potential plays in hand. I have a bunch of kids in hand. We have a pretty active graveyard too, so I'm going to be putting 2 onto Luffy to activate effect here. And I assume I go Ace and Sabo because that just feels like the smartest play. Oh, shit, wait, am I cooking? I'm cooking! Okay, so this is another instance where your board being filled kind of matters. I didn't have a playable Ace for Luffy effect. So I played the kids on board first to ditch the Ace, put him in the grave, and now he has an active life, and I get him to swing again. I get 2 swings off the same Ace. Oh, I guess I did have an Ace in grave. What was I cooking, baby? Did I cook so hard I fucking burned the food? Like, what's going on? One track mind over here, baby. I mean, hey, it still works out in my favor, right? Because I think I ditched the adult Ace from hand because he had no counter. When in retrospect, I guess I could have had 2 aces on board overall, rather than one of the Makino or the Garp. Yeah, what the fuck was I cooking, bro? What was I cooking? Okay, in another universe, it would have been cool. In another universe, it would have been cool, chat. So we're just swinging 11k. He doesn't have a blocker. And if he takes this, I believe I just pass. He takes, it's a Parasparrow that he plays. So that gives him a whole nother swing on me, which makes this way more scary if I was not at 9 cost. Or, excuse me, not 9 cost, 9k power. Again, it's crazy. So he's really got to think about how he distributes his Don here. And honest to God, man, I feel like the 9k power buff is so stressful for the opposite player that it like puts so much pressure on them to make the correct Don distributations. It requires them to make the right Don play here, right? And it's stressful because it's like, okay, what if I fuck this up? What if I fuck this up? What if I fuck this up? So he swings 9k with a Kiku Nojo. Then I believe he swings 8, 9, 10 on Luffy. But brother, all those cards in my hand, the last 3 cards in hand, were all 2k counters. So we 2k out of that. And I don't think he can... he's got enough Don, I think, for... Is it 2 more attacks? So he plays the 3 Don. He swings for, what is that, 8, 9, right? Because he gets 7 off once. 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Plays 7, and then he swings with an Amaru. And then I block. He swings with the Amaru Linlin. I block that shit, baby. You know me. I'm a blocker. We swing with Ace. 7k. He counters out. How am I going to cook here? How do we cook? How do we cook? We swing 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We swing 10. This forces him to counter, obviously. He's got to counter everything. So now that I think after that counter, he only had 3 cards left. And I was like, okay, even if all 3 of those are 2k, I'm going crazy here. That's 15k. We're golden. In retrospect, could he have countered out, though? He has, how many cards did he have left? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're swinging 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He couldn't have even countered if he had all 2Ks. That's crazy. But yeah, I mean, again, this deck is really fucking strong, IMO. And I know a lot of people are saying it doesn't feel good yet because we don't get flamps yet. And flamps, like, I guess, like, create way more opportunity to get the cards you need in hand because she takes from life and draws a card, which is crazy. But I think this deck still got a lot of strength beforehand. It just requires a slightly different play style, and you have to be ready to take your own life if they try and starve you. I saw some people talking about a 2-cost yellow event that allows you to take your own life every single turn, which is pretty fucking cool, IMO, if you want to run that. I've seen people do that. But right now, playtesting, I've been trying out the Borsalinos. I've been trying out the Satori. I was trying out that event that came in the 3 Brothers structure deck. I think it's 2, and it was a counter event that lets you look at your life. So what I would do with it is that I would like if I went first and I have my 3 Don up, I'd put 1 on Luffy, swing 6, and then on their turn when they swing in, it's a 4k counter. So it does suck that I don't take the free life there, but I get to see my life, you know? So I felt like that's an okay trade because it lets me kind of prepare, and like it also not only does it let you see your life, it lets you rearrange your life. It's actually not bad, I feel. I was trying that out, and I was trying out Great Eruption with it. Not because you can have any crazy combos. I mean, yeah, cool, I can kill a 7 cost with 5 cost Sabo, but it was mostly just so I can draw, which did not feel good. It never felt good to use. But the Satori's right now give me 4 more 2Ks, which I believe Flamp does too, inevitably when we play her. But I don't know. At the end of the day, the deck's really fun to play. It feels like it's got a pretty high ceiling with all the combos and stuff, and I think that's what's making me so excited about the deck. It's not two-dimensional, even though it kind of looks it in a way. I don't know. It feels here's the best way to put it, in my opinion. At any point, you can fuck up your combo, and when you do, that fuck up is probably what lost you the game. Otherwise, you gotta play on top of your shit, and you gotta remember what you're putting on the bottom of the deck, because you know you're searching so much a lot with this deck that you might get to that. Like if you search turn 1, turn 4, turn 5, maybe not turn 4, turn like, okay, maybe not. But if the game goes late enough, you never know. Anyway, boys, let me know if you like this kind of stuff. Subscribe. We're going to be opening up EB-01 on release date. Bye, everybody.